the drama surrounding the Cleveland Browns has erupted into something far larger than a simple post-game dispute. It feels like the entire season detonated in one afternoon, all centered around a rookie quarterback who played the game of his life only to be sidelined at the very moment he earned the right to finish what he started. What unfolded wasn't just a questionable coaching decision. It was a moment that exposed tension, frustration, and a growing sense of betrayal inside an organization that has historically struggled to support the very quarterbacks it depends on. And as the dust settles, it's Shadur Sanders who now stands at the center of a storm, not because of anything he did wrong, but because he did everything right and still watched the moment slip through his fingers. He walked into this matchup facing the #1 overall pick, Cam Ward, and the weight of an off-season full of comparisons. Analysts said the Browns made a mistake. Commentators claimed he wasn't ready. Critics said he didn't belong in the same conversation as Ward. But on that field, under swirling winds and pounding rain, Shadur dismantled every narrative that doubted him. He threw for 364 yards, delivered 4 total touchdowns, and ran the offense with the kind of poise and command that veteran quarterbacks spend years trying to master. Every throw, every decision, every moment radiated the composure of a player who understood the magnitude of what was at stake and was determined to seize it. Throughout the game, Shadur kept his team alive with precision and toughness. He made throws into impossible windows, converted critical downs, and fought through the kind of adversity that would unravel most rookies. When the Browns needed a pulse, he gave them life. When they needed a spark, he created one. When hope seemed dead, he resurrected it. And then, in the moment that should have cemented his breakout performance, the coaching staff took the ball out of his hands. After leading a breathtaking scoring drive in the final minutes, after dragging his team back into contention with sheer will and brilliance, he watched from the sideline as the Browns attempted a 2-point conversion with a play they hadn't even executed correctly in practice. That decision didn't just confuse the fan base. It sent a message to the entire locker room that rattled the foundation of trust between the quarterback and the coaching staff. Shadur tried to stay composed during his press conference, but the weight of what happened pressed through every word. When he revealed that the failed play had never worked in practice, the room shifted. It was no longer about a failed attempt. It was about a coaching staff willing to gamble the game on a broken idea while sidelining the player who had earned the right to decide the outcome. The frustration was unmistakable, and the subtext was impossible to ignore. He didn't need to call it sabotage outright. His tone, his pauses, his disappointment said enough. And when reporters continued asking surface-level questions, he eventually couldn't hold back, urging them to direct their scrutiny where it belonged. Yet even in his frustration, he refused to throw teammates under the bus. He spoke with a level of maturity uncommon for rookies, emphasizing unity after his earlier dispute with Jerry Jeudy and acknowledging that mistakes like his interception were lessons in growth rather than moments of collapse. He described the game as mental, talked about relying on clarity and faith amid chaos, and revealed how he's learning to navigate adversity without losing focus. That mindset, that combination of confidence and humility, is what sets him apart from the quarterbacks the Browns have mishandled in the past. He's not simply a talented player. He's a leader being forced to rise despite the turbulence surrounding him. The touchdown to Jerry Jeudy was more than a highlight. It was a symbol of how Shadur approaches leadership. He addressed the team before the game about forgiveness, unity, and shedding negativity. He knew tensions were high, but he also understood that a fractured locker room is a losing one. When he connected with Jeudy for that score, it wasn't just points on a board. It was proof that relationships can be repaired, that trust can be restored, that teammates can rally behind someone who truly believes in them. That's not the behavior of a rookie simply trying to survive the season. That's the behavior of someone ready to take ownership of a franchise. But even with all that leadership, all that growth, all that talent, the coaching staff's decisions continue to undermine him. Kevin Stefanski's long-standing reputation for questionable situational judgment reared its head once again, and Tommy Rees's inexperience became painfully obvious. Their decision in that final moment didn't just cost Cleveland the game. It signaled to the team that their quarterback, the one who just delivered one of the most impressive performances of the week, wasn't trusted to finish the job. That message reverberates through an organization in ways far more damaging than a single loss. Shadur handled the press with grace, even as he subtly revealed deeper issues. He acknowledged the support of fans, explained how he's growing more confident in high-pressure moments, and expressed the joy he feels when his success brings happiness to teammates. Yet behind his words was a clear picture of a young quarterback forced to compensate for dysfunction he didn't create. He shouldn't have to overcome his own coaching staff. He shouldn't have to publicly navigate internal chaos. He shouldn't have to be the emotional backbone of a franchise that still struggles to build stability around its most important player. This game was supposed to be his statement to the league, a declaration that he belonged among the rising stars of the NFL. Instead, it became a spotlight on the internal fractures of an organization that seems determined to repeat its history. And while Shedeur is equipped with the composure, intelligence, and resilience to rise above it, one player cannot single-handedly fix systemic dysfunction. He can elevate, he can inspire, he can lead, but he cannot thrive if the people designing the game plan refuse to put him in position to succeed. Still, even through this turmoil, there's something undeniable about Shadur Sanders. His presence, his mindset, his growth, his refusal to crumble under pressure, all point to a quarterback ready to become the face of a franchise. The question now isn't whether he's capable. It's whether the Browns are capable of rising to his level rather than dragging him down to theirs. Because if the trajectory doesn't change soon, Cleveland risks repeating a tragic pattern, squandering another gifted quarterback while searching endlessly for answers that already stand right in front of them. Before you go, what do you think is really happening behind the scenes in Cleveland? Do you believe the coaching staff has lost trust in their rookie quarterback, or was this just a catastrophic miscalculation? And how should Shadur Sanders handle this growing tension as the season unfolds? Let me know your thoughts, and if you enjoy deep dives like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join the conversation in the comments. Your perspective helps drive the stories we uncover.